to me about Kimberly. I'm excited for the fans to get to meet her.
Oh, thank you. Me too. I'm so excited. So Kimberly is Stephen Curry's in the series Mr. Throwback right-hand woman. She handles all his operations, sees to it that everything is in order in terms of his scheduling and what needs to get to him and that he's where he needs to be. She is based on a real person in Stephen Curry's real life. Her name is Tiffany, and she's just incredible. I would say Kimberly is a hard ass, but she has heart as well, and we get to see that through the series. She's pretty reticent about Danny Grossman's return to her and Stefan's world, and we'll see whether she's right about that or wrong about that. And it was an honor to get to play her. I think she was such a cool character, and getting to play this woman who was like just multifaceted, really incredible at her job, but then you see this other side of her as well, where you go, okay, she's handling Stefan's life, but maybe that means hers is a bit in shambles.
So, kind of talk to me a little bit about that and the character of Kimberly and what you learned about being a woman in this world that is sports driven and having to navigate all of those things and what kind of happens on the personal side, what you kind of lose with that by being the
Right.
go to.
Right. Well, there's a point in the series where Kimberly does allude to, like, I have to come at people harder than they're coming at me, because people come at me very hard expecting me to be soft because I'm a woman. And so I'm going to have to go hard at them and let them know that just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I can't hold my own. Just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I'm not worthy of respect. Just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I don't belong in this space, in this male dominated space. And so I think that's really a special thing about her. Even getting to articulate that as Kimberly in the series was a very special moment. um you know, what's hard is Kimberly's still human, right? Like the rest of us. And you can excel at one thing, and struggle with another. And I think you kind of see that in her world. Now, I don't know that she has paused to recognize the ways she's struggling in her personal life, really. I think sometimes that takes a moment of reflection, especially when you're living in a world that is so fast moving, that is so chaotic as Stefan's, and it's her job to keep everything in order and appear calm even in the midst of a storm. So she has to pause to reflect on, like, how managing someone else's turbulent life has impacted hers, and what she's losing as a result of pouring her everything into someone else's world and life. And so that's something that you get to see in the series as well. But you can only juggle so much. Like, as humans, we're only given so much energy and so much time, and how you allot that time is up to you. But then surely the things you neglect are going to suffer. And so you see that.
So, talk to me a bit. You work closely with Stefan in the series, obviously, and this is his first official acting role, but we've seen him in commercials and things like that. What was that experience like? Because now you are the legend, the solid piece to his rookie, and it's sort of a role reversal.
Oh yeah, it's true. He was the rookie on set, which was different experience for him, obviously. I worked with Stefan on a sketch for the ESPYs when he hosted 2 years ago, so we got to act together back then, and so we had that experience, and it was very fun, albeit brief, but fun. Now, when we got onto set with Mr. Throwback, Steph understood humbly that he was the rookie. I think he even called himself one in an interview with us. But he just got it pretty quickly. Like, there was a flow to how we were shooting. One, it was very fast, but I don't think that that's something he would be shy about, because I think his life is also very fast, and he appears very calm as he navigates his own life. It's just someone getting to watch him come to set and then go to shooting practice while training for the Olympics. But he handled it all like a pro, and like it was like any other day, like this is any other Tuesday. And so he has there's so many skills, I think, from basketball and the sport that he's so phenomenal at, that were transferable to acting, which is, I mean, just staying grounded and being kind of unmoved if you do make a mistake. Kind of, you have to be present, and I think he does a really good job of that, and I think that's why his acting was so good. And I asked him if he had an acting coach, and he was like, my kids. And so that's who he ran lines with, apparently. And so he came to set prepared. And I think when you're really prepared, when I think about like auditioning as an actor, right before I even got SNL, the best thing I could do for an audition was come prepared and be off book and know my lines, because then it allowed me the freedom to play. It gave me confidence in my performance. And so Steph was coming to set off book every day. And I think that gave him a confidence and then a freedom to play and be present with me and Adam while we were performing. And so when we were improvising, he was right there with us.
I was going to ask you about improvisation because it seems like this will be a fun set that you guys would have those moments. So, was there a lot of that during filming, or did you guys stick with what was on the page?
We honored what was on the page, but the director and the creators really allowed us the freedom, though, to improvise as well, and and talk how people talk. And oftentimes when you're writing a script, seeing on the page and reading it at a table read is a very different thing from feeling it on its feet. And so I think part of the magic of this show is everyone's ability to improvise and not be thrown by improv, but in fact embrace and then add to it. And then we have this amazing script that's funny on the page, that all the cast I think is remarkably funny and remarkably talented, but then that improv I think is like that secret sauce that just makes it all the more special. And I think it reads and makes it feel grounded and makes it feel like you're really watching these real life people.
So, last question in wrapping up, are you obligated to be a Warriors fan now?
I feel like I do have to be a Warriors fan. I went to Steph's shooting practice at the Warriors old training facility. I feel like it's only right that I'm a Warriors fan. He's my co-star. It's my second time working with him. It's high time. And Warriors. But I'm dividing it. Rooting for the Warriors on the West Coast. I'm rooting for the Knicks and the Nets on the East Coast, if I'm allowed to root for two New York teams.
Listen, I totally understand. I'm from LA, and there's a period of time when I had two LA teams. So,
yes, Clippers and Lakers. Yeah. Who did you abandon?
the Clippers, naturally,
Okay.
Clippers. I had to stay with the winners. That's